Hello, good morning, and welcome to the next ReeVlog. Bloody cold. Indoors ain't so bad, but I just went outdoors and still very cold from it. Had to check to make sure the car would start, even though it's... What time is it? It's about 1 minute to 6, and my alarm goes off shortly past 6. So, yeah, but... I need to get up this early so I can leave at 7, ready for my journey to Langley School, where I'm doing my second and final day of teaching observations. Though, it was made quite clear that I should not put in that I have done 2 days of teaching observations, but merely that I have done teaching observations in my teacher training application. Yeah. I obviously need to get dressed still. I need to have breakfast. I need to turn on Charles's radiator and radio, change his food and water, and get my bag ready. Then I need to get a different bag ready for D&D and put them both in the car, because I don't know what traffic will be like on the way back. Then I also want to see whether I can download and save or whatever the route back from Langley School, because I've only gone that way twice now, and this will be the 3rd time. And last time I took a wrong turn on the way back. Oh, that's my alarm. Dismiss. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. But, oh man, I got a reasonable amount of sleep, to be honest. I got like 7 hours probably. It's probably closer to 6, but even that's quite a lot for me. But because it was so dastardly cold when I woke up, I did struggle a little bit to get out of bed. But I am now out of bed, which makes it a lot easier to just go about my day now. Getting dressed is going to suck because I'm going to have to get undressed in order to get dressed. However, that's fine. I also need to brush my teeth, obviously. But that'll be an after breakfast jobby, I reckon. I'm still not sure what I'm going to listen to on my way to my observations, and I nearly called it work. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to listen to on my way to my observations today. I'm thinking I might put on some Einaudi just to keep calm and all that. But I might put on something more energetic, because even though I got in a good amount of sleep, I'm still tired. Yeah. I was asked by the teacher that I'm observing to wear a tie today, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to wear my Freeman of Norwich tie, and I hope to get a little bit more stuck in today, rather than just sort of sit at the back observing. I hope that some of the kids will remember me from last week. They probably will, it was only last week, and potentially ask me questions or anything like that. But I will be observing different teachers today, rather than just the one, even though I observed 3 last week. I was sort of shadowing one until the very end period of the day, where I watched a sixth form lesson taught by the other teacher. But I've got a lot of stuff to take with me today, because I was asked to bring my A-level notes, which I'm going to do. So I'll stick them all in the bag. And yeah, in all fairness, I think I'm relatively well prepared for today, but I would like to be a bit more practical with it. I might be in an English and or a history class, um, as well as the religious studies ones, um, and that is something that in my meeting yesterday about my personal statement for teacher training we talked about. We talked about how I should talk about, well, A, the subject that I want to teach and the age range in which I want to teach it. But also, we talked about, to do with teaching observations, I should expand upon it and talk about which subjects it is that I was observing, how, give an example of what I'd done. Oh, there's my alarm. I thought I'd dismissed you. Maybe I had to today. Who knows? But yeah, give a practical example of, whilst I was doing my teaching observations, one student was doing work on this, and I was able to demonstrate my ability to teach by making it clearer for them that X rather than Y, or something like that. Last week, in religious studies, they were predominantly doing just war theory. I haven't brushed up on just war theory anymore. However, I do have a relatively good understanding of it, and well, the basics anyway. And I could probably give them some good examples of for and against things to do with just war, and make it clear to them that it's not a cut and dry situation. On the other hand, the sixth formers were doing meta-ethics, and if I get there a bit early, I might brush up on my cognitive, non-cognitive, normative definitions, just in case that comes up. As far as history goes, I have no idea, and depending on what they're doing in English depends on whether I'll have any idea. Because if they're doing King Lear, I don't remember much about it, but if they're doing the classic Romeo and Juliet, I will. Both of which are Shakespeare examples, of course. They could be doing someone else. They could do Faust is Dead. Doubt it, but they could. They could be doing Faustus, in which case I'd probably be able to help out a little bit more. But they could be doing writing things, and I am a big fan of writing, so I can probably help with that, especially with the tip of get pens that work for you. My handwriting's pretty terrible, but if I use a fountain pen, it's not. It's just how it works. And by my handwriting's pretty terrible, I mean, it's not actually too bad, just everyone says it's terrible. Just because everyone says it doesn't mean it's true. Yeah. I'm still not sure what I'm going to have for breakfast, though. Bring it right back around to breakfast. I'll probably have porridge, but I'm not sure if I want anything else instead. And on a side note, you may have noticed, I think I've developed a stutter. Not a particularly prominent one, but occasionally it happens. And I'm not really sure what I can do about it. I'm sure there's something. But, sort of, after Christmas and New Year's and stuff, I do plan on going to the doctors about my hips to make sure that I'm not going to be permanently damaging them or anything by working on my flexibility for Kung Fu, and see what they say. If they say that I am, I will say, oh no, is there a better way to work on my flexibility for Kung Fu that won't permanently damage them? Because I'm not going to stop doing Kung Fu. Or can you, I don't know, talk to my instructor speaking of my instructor, I need to at some point ask them whether they are willing to be my non-academic reference for my teacher training, but I don't really know how to phrase it, and I've got to read through some bits and bobs to make sure that I ask them the correct stuff, because there's certain stuff they look for in their references, so I've got to ask them to write that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm actually starting to get a bit hungry, so I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.